Do you believe that you have to move in your 20s? Or do you think you can move in your 30s? Or is it too late? Watch this episode to find out. Hey guys, welcome back to the Black Girls Den podcast. I'm your girl Surea.
And I'm Alieshia.
So today we are going to be talking about something new. So as you guys know, if you've been watching us for the past few months, we've been talking about a conglomerate of topics such as careerhood, career development, traveling, dating, the whole 9 yards. Mental health, yes. Mm-hmm. So now we are stepping into a segment called Big City Dreams. So we're going to be talking about us getting to the bag and how we balance it out with our lifestyles. So if you guys are watching us, continue to do so you can see more episodes. We are talking about moving out of our small towns and chasing our goals and things of that nature. So as you guys know, we always want to start off our podcast with a Den Diaries. So today we're going to switch it up a little bit and we're going to get into our trivia game.
Yes. Do you want to go first?
Yes.
Okay.
And for you guys that don't know, we do like to play Lyrically Correct on the show. So it's just asking some questions on 90s and 2000 hip hop and R&B to see if we know the songs.
What was Rick Ross doing every day?
Hustling.
Oh my gosh, yes, how did you know that was so
That's
quick?
like one of his most famous songs. Every day I'm hustling. It goes with the thing because we hustling because we got big city dreams.
Yeah, but I guess I did not know that was Rick Ross. I do know that song, but I didn't think it was Rick Ross.
Yes.
That was good. Ooh, hopefully,
He's going to try to match the score.
Okay. Woo. Child, give me an easy one.
Now, I don't know about this. What did Biggie sew onto his shirts?
His lyrics. I have no idea. I don't even know.
I wouldn't guess this either. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
We need an old hip hop head. Or somebody that's really,
all I know is
really intertwined with lyrics.
More money, more problems. That's all I know about Biggie.
They're animals. That's a hint.
They're animals. Mm-hmm. He sold them on.
Yeah. What did Biggie sew onto his shirts?
Dogs?
No.
Pandas?
For Biggie?
I don't know. Rock Rollers? I don't know.
Tigers and alligators.
I would have never got that.
I would have never guessed that either. Now, Biggie, why did you do that? Why did you sew tigers and alligators? Was it some kind of metaphor?
Yeah, I have no idea. So let's try another one.
You want to try another one?
Yeah. Let me know if y'all know that answer. I wouldn't have known that.
If the game needs change, what is Drake?
Huh?
If the game needs change, what is Drake?
What is Drake?
Mm-hmm.
If the game needs change,
what is Drake?
I can't even comprehend the question. Drake is a
if you go to a store, what
bystander.
Kind of, but like when you go through a checkout. If I need change.
Oh, you're saying like change like money. So
yes,
say it again.
If the game needs change, what is Drake?
Dollars?
Close.
Bills.
Mm-mm. Who gives these things out?
Cashiers.
Boom.
Oh, yes. Okay. Drake is a cashier.
Yes.
What? Lyrically correct now. I don't know about that one, but okay. I was thinking change like
like an actual change.
Yeah,
physical.
yeah, not like
I meant like monetary wise.
Okay,
should have been more specific, but yeah.
No, it's okay. Well,
but yeah. So Drake, I guess you did that, but we ain't gonna get into all that.
Yeah, I was like, let me read it. I was so confused. Drake is if the game needs change. What is Drake the cashier? That's crazy. Well. Let us know if you would have got that because I don't know about those ones. Usually I'm a little bit better at it, but it's okay. We're going to go ahead and go into the Den Diaries because, baby, that right there.
Yeah.
No.
So, also, we have our lovely candle from Fly Girls Candle.
Yes, it smells so good. And the name of it is A Bit of Sunshine. Mm-hmm. And shout out. It's August, one of the best months of the year. Slight plug. It's my birthday month.
Hey.
But also, it's Black Women Wellness Month. So this month, we are doing a lot of things to help you all on your wellness journey. As we talk about big city dreams, don't forget about yourself and what you do. So, if you want a nice candle, go ahead and get one. one with our code BGD pod. It will be in the description. The link, it will be 20% off. So go support us by supporting these lovely Black women, because it is also Black women. Well, it's Black Business Month, but Black Women Business Month. Fly Girl candles. And so, yes, go check it out. Have your space smelling like a bit of sunshine. Ooh,
yes.
Okay. It smells so good.
It does.
And we're going to be careful because, baby, I don't got time for no malfunctions. And then also, if you did not know, we also have wine glasses and mugs. Ooh. On your first time purchase, it'll be 15% off with the code BGDPOD. And also, we are doing a giveaway with Derby City Sud House. This is local to Louisville, Kentucky. So if you live in Louisville, Kentucky, you can enter it in. How you enter in the giveaway is leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen, and you can screenshot us and send it to us on social media. But we also need you to tag a friend in our real comment videos on Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram. And when you do that, you'll be entered in to win one-time free laundry service. We both have tried it ourselves. We have the bags and we're using it, and we will show y'all how you can do it. You would either be able to schedule the pickup right here online, or you can do it with an app, and it's within 2 days you get it back to your doorstep. So if you don't win the giveaway, you can still support our Black sister with some funds. Okay. And if you have dirty laundry, let us lighten your load. So we are so excited to be able to do a giveaway, because Wellness Month is very important to us. We want to practice our wellness. So that's why we're giving you a little wine glass so you can sip and, drink. You can have your little candle, smell good, and get your laundry done. Oh, that sounds like all best of both worlds.
Sounds like some good self-care.
Good self-care. And we need y'all to practice that. Okay, in August and beyond August, right? Well, we need y'all to get y'all wellness right, because last episode we told y'all to decenter men. Those are some ways that you can focus on yourself and do you. So, yes, thank y'all so much for partnering with us, Fly Girl Candles, and thank y'all so much for supporting us and doing this giveaway with us, Derby City Sud House. If you see them on Instagram, follow them. See them on TikTok, follow them. And also, a Wine Glass Half Full. That's who we do our mugs and our wine glasses with. So make sure you check all of our entrepreneurs out. They support the podcast. When you support us, you support the podcast and you support them. So we're about chasing our dreams. They're trying to chase their dreams. So we need y'all to help them and us. Thank you. So back to Sheree.
So we are in this episode of Big City Dreams. So one thing I wanted to talk about today was a show that we both watched. I know I watched both seasons, which was 20s. So that kind of goes with the theme line of today, how they were just really trying to figure out what they wanted to do. They all three had different goals in mind. They were in LA, which is a city that people go to chase their dreams. Ultimately, I feel like it's always LA or it's New York. So with the 20s show, do you feel like you got anything out of it? And do you think that you should really be chasing your dreams in your 20s? And do you think 30s is kind of too late to chase your dreams?
So I watched the first season of 20s, and I think it was really relatable, kind of cool, because if you know me, I like to write. I want to be a writer. Right. And I've always wanted to live in LA. So I thought it was kind of cool to see someone's trying to be a writer, what you got to do it. So I thought it was a cool show to watch, because it's this is kind of like a dream of mine to do. I do hear where people have chased their dream in their 20s and they've done it and it's been well. But then I've also talked to people who moved to LA, who moved to Atlanta, and different places like that. And they had to leave because they weren't really doing too well in their 20s, and they went back in their 30s and they're doing way better. Right. Within New York, I have heard people move there for dreams and you can just do anything. I did try to chase a dream and move to Atlanta, but as you see, I moved back. So, I don't really think it is too late to chase your dreams in your 30s. I don't think you always have to chase your dream in your 20s.
Right.
I think that if you want to chase your dream, do it whenever you want to, because something that I've been learning now is kind of like, I want to be stable. I want to be, have stability. But it's like kind of you like are never really as stable as you really want to be. So I'm like, if you're in your 30s and you're feeling like, okay, like, why wait? You wasted your 20s and not doing it. You might as well do it in your 30s. Or if you're in your 20s and you don't like what you're doing, go somewhere else. Like, I don't think you have to wait to do it at a certain age.
Right.
To chase your dreams. If you're not feeling like you like what's going on with your life, change it and do it whatever age. People do it at 50. People be writing books, going. Ava DuVernay didn't even pick up a camera till like her late 40s. I think it was that one. So no, I don't think it's
going back to school.
Yeah, people go back to school at 50. So no, I don't really think it's too late to chase your dreams. I do think it's going to be a different perception. Like if you have to move and all that stuff like that, take into account. But no. What about yourself?
No, I agree. I think that sometimes when you are in your 20s, you can be chasing your dreams, but also at the same token, I don't feel like I can't speak for everyone, but I think during my 20s personally, I wasn't taking life too seriously until I got into like my late 20s. I think before that, when I was in college, and then even when I was in the military, I wasn't really thinking so much of like, oh, what do I need to do with my life? What do I need to do with my life? I always had this aspiration of moving away. But I was like, I'm comfortable right now. I have my parents, I have my family, I have my friends around. I'm in school. I feel stable right now. So why do I need to make this big transition, this big relocation move? But I think as I started getting into my late 20s, I was like, well, if I really want to get to different heights in my career, especially being in cybercrime and investigation and stuff like that, I might have to relocate somewhere else different because the job market here is not really giving what it needs to give in my particular field. So I think as me being in my 30s now, I think I'm still ready to make that leap. I'm not like, oh my God, I'm in my 30s. I can't move anywhere. Like, I'm still single. I still don't have any kids. So I don't really have anything holding me back. And I think now I can have my ducks more in a row that I'm older. Like, it's a little bit different because I think not everyone's storyline is going to be like this, but I think in my 20s, I wasn't really as in much solidarity as I'm in now, with savings and having like the A to plan B or C plan, even though things can always go left. But I think now I'm a little bit more able to handle it per se. I'm a little bit more independent. And I think in my 20s, I was a little bit more codependent on my parents versus now it's like, okay, I'm grown. I can really make this transition and stuff like that. I have more life experience to know what I'm getting myself into, even though it will be a new change. It will be a new environment. But I think, yeah, it's still fine. And like you said, people in their 40s, 50s, 60s, like, I don't care what age you're at, you can keep chasing your dreams because honestly, we change anyway as human beings. So you may do something for 20 or 30 years and then you wake up one day, like if you're a doctor and then you're like, I want to become an astronaut. I mean, if you meet all the requirements, there's no restrictions, why not? So I think it's never too old to chase your dreams. Honestly, as long as you can be reputable, you can meet the requirements, you're able to do that job or do whatever you're trying to do, then it doesn't stop. There's no limitations to it.
Yeah, as long as you're alive, you could keep on chasing your dreams every single day. So that's what I think about it. And as we are in this series, we do, want to kind of be your accountability, but like your goal friend. So we want to know what goal have you achieved this week and what goal are you working on? You can give us whichever one that you want. And you can share with us in the comments on YouTube or on TikTok or Instagram about like a goal you achieved or a goal that you're working on. And, we want to kind of like build this community to like help cultivate community because we're trying to chase our dreams. We're trying to get to the bag and do everything else that we want to do. So, Sheree, what goal have you achieved or what's one goal that you want to achieve this week?
What's one goal I want to achieve this week? I'm going to try to go to the gym at least 4 times this week.
Okay, period.
So, yeah, I don't really have anything like educational. What I do actually, my job has helped to revamp I wouldn't say my job particularly. Well, kind of. I have a resume coach at my job, like a career coach now. So she's kind of helping me figure out what certificates I need to try to get. So one of my goals is to try to find one and then possibly enroll myself into one. And then also have other educational classes I need to start doing as well to vamp up my managerial sector of my job, just to get that on my resume. So I think that's more so of my goal when it comes to career orientation. But just personally, I go to the gym 4 times this week and also be more active and engaging on social media.
Okay, that's good. I'm going to go the career route too. So if you didn't know, I am like in tech, kind of. So speaking to certifications, I'm like, I got to figure out kind of where I want to go. Like, I know I want to make 6 figures by like 30, you know, I want to do different things.
Right.
And so it's like, I'm trying to figure out what certification I want to do. I'm trying to figure out which route I want to take in technology.
Same.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where, you know, I can kind of go and get to like my goal of like, I want to do this job or that job. So right now I'm in my research phase and like trying to figure out how to navigate this new industry that's really, you know, not even out yet, you know.
Right.
Everything's new in technology. So that's one thing I'm trying to do. And then on the other part, trying to figure out in the business realm, I'm trying to figure out, okay, what business do I want to start? Do I want to do this type of business? Do I want to do that type of business? And I have like a small accountability group. So just meeting with them, talking about trying to get my social media presence up, trying to create content, what business do I want to do? So I have a couple business coaches that I work with. So I want to kind of, you know, like get my stuff done to meet with them. But life has been life in these last couple of weeks that I have not been able to do that. So those are like a couple things that those are a couple of my goals that I have for this week.
That was good. And if you guys have any goals for this week coming up, please let us know in the comments below. You can even let us know on Spotify and Apple as well. So we love to hear you all's opinions and your thoughts so we can share them on one of our episodes.
Yes, y'all can review. Y'all can leave a review as well. And let us know in the comments, what industries are y'all in? So like, I'm in technology, I should say. And you are in
financial institution.
So yeah, let us know. Let us know what we have in the comments, you know, so we can kind of chat up about it. One thing that we also do is we want to shout out a woman who is doing good and achieving their dreams. And now, if you do not know this lady, you are living under a rock. She is a vegan influencer. She is a what should I say? An author, New York Times bestseller. She has TV shows. She is on everything, baby. She is the face of Target, okay? And I will say that she's like the mom influencer. So hopefully y'all know who I'm talking about. And she just came out with some wine. Her name is Tabitha Brown. And we want to shout her out because she is the woman who chased her dreams. She actually moved from Eden, North Carolina, if you don't know her story, all the way to Los Angeles. Now, I will say when she first came out, I didn't watch her. I didn't know too much about her. I wasn't vegan. So, you know, it's like, okay, right? I started watching her a little bit more during the after the pandemic, I guess. But one thing that we do want to talk about, even relating to her, is that sometimes you have to pivot. She didn't want to do TikTok. She didn't want to do social media. She wants to be an actress. She wasn't becoming an actor. Like, she wasn't getting roles. So she was doing Uber. She got found in her Uber. Like, she got found through doing Uber by doing a video and a review. So when we talk about chasing our dreams, different things like that, just because it doesn't look like, you know, how someone else did it, how Oprah Winfrey did it, how Tabitha Brown, like, you can create your own way to achieve your dreams. And she wants to get back into acting, but now she's speaking, now she's writing, she's doing all these different things. And so it's like finding one thing that you want to do and create, like, she created her own path. And it is so inspiring, but I also can relate to, like, I can't watch her so much because she's like, she's not way too inspiring. Now, Tabitha, love you, girl, come on our show. But like, sometimes you can't relate because she's in LA. She has a husband. She has her kids are grown. Well, except one child. But it's like she created her own pathway. But sometimes you can't relate because it's like she's getting this, she's getting that, she's on this, she's doing speaking engagements, she's dropping a cookbook, a book. I done got some of her books or whatever. Like, and she just has this aura about her. So I definitely can relate to like, dang, she's getting everything. Like, I can't even watch her. Like, I don't want to say she's fake positive. That's not what I'm saying. But like,
right.
Well, you know, when she like, it's like she's getting everything. She like, she don't have no door.
It seems like it's unattainable right now.
Yes, unattainable. That's the right word. So it's like, I can't relate to it being unattainable, but also it's like, okay, also if she did it, you can do it. Right. As in like Kamala Harris, we're in the election phase. She became vice president. You know, like you can see yourself then, but it's like it is kind of hard to see and how to do it, you know. So this is also a safe space so we can like talk about that and share how we are navigating. And Tabitha Brown is from a small town, just like we are, and we're talking about trying to chase our dreams. She moved to LA. You might want to move to New York. You might want to move to Atlanta. So it's all about like trying to figure out how to navigate that process. So all in all, we wanted to shout out Tabitha Brown because she just came out with a new wine. She has two wines, I would say, what are they called? Like, what are you?
Like red and white or something? Or
like two, I don't even know, like two different type of wines.
Okay.
Like,
one might be like a Moscato or a red blend or something.
Yeah. It was like two wine blends or whatever. So yeah, let us know if you tried it in the comments. It might go great with our wine glasses that we have.
Yes.
Get one.
I'm not opposed to trying them on the episode one day.
Yes, we're gonna do them too. So we might try to do it, you know, on live or something like that. We'll see. But we wanted to shout her out as someone who is like killing the game,
very inspirational,
achieving her dreams and everything, and someone who also moved from her hometown to chase that dream for that personal growth. So that's kind of what this episode is kind of about. Talking about, you know, chasing your dreams in small towns. So yes, I wanted to shout out Tabitha Brown.
Shout out to you.
And if she
Auntie
sees
Tab.
this, okay, yes, Auntie Tab, we love you, girl. So yes, okay, thanks. Back to Sheree. I feel like I'm on the news. And back to the.
But do you think, with speaking about Tabitha Brown leaving from North Carolina, you said, right, to go to LA, I mean, do you think you have to leave your hometown in order to chase your dreams? Or do you feel like you can attain them or achieve them in a certain hometown? Like if you're from LA originally or something like that, personally.
Yeah, I would say I think it depends on what dreams you want to achieve.
Okay.
So North Carolina was not the film industry. She could have went to New York or she could have went to LA. If you want to be an actor, you know, you have to go to LA. Now you can go to Atlanta. You can go to Chicago, different things like that. If you want to be a writer, you got to go to New York or LA. It depends on what your dream is. So like if you have a dream of like you want to be the top head honcho in a financial institution, well, you got to be where those financial institutions are at.
New York.
Yeah, and so but like if you already live in New York, then you don't have to leave New York.
Right.
So we're talking about the people who are taking the leap of faith out of their small towns, because everybody's not in New York, LA, Atlanta, whatever, San Francisco. If you want to get into tech, like how I'm in tech, I mean, I'm in Kentucky. Tech is not that big. So am I going to have to move one day? I might have to be able to get those types of jobs. So I think it depends on what you want to do and where you live at. If that industry is popping per se, or what I'm saying popping, like if that industry is like in that city.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I feel like it depends on what you're trying to do. If you have to move out of your hometown to achieve what you're trying to go after, it, like you said, whatever industry you're trying to dip your toes into. But like if you live in Atlanta and you're trying to be like the top-notch hairstylist, you may not have to move anywhere because Atlanta's known for hair. You know what I mean? But yeah, me personally, I feel like I've always wanted to move out of my hometown because it's home, it's comforting, and it's just so small. I see the same people, not much progression has been there, and I've always had these big city dreams. Like I don't necessarily see myself living in New York, but I'm not opposed to LA. Because it's by the beach. I love Malibu. I love Long Beach, just Santa Monica, everything out there. I'm just a beach girly. So yeah, I do see myself moving there one day possibly, but that's kind of like a dream right now because, LA is expensive. But I think with the right opportunities warranted that it could work out in my favor if God were to bless me with those. And honestly, I feel like I don't regret moving out of my small town, even though I didn't really take a big leap like you did. I've only moved like barely an hour away. But even still, I moved from a small suburban setting to more of a mid-sized like metropolitan area. So going from like a town with like only 15, 20,000 people to like almost 1 million people, that's a pretty big, huge transition, I think. And I see people I know here, but sometimes I don't see people I know at all. And I think that it was good for my career as well because, I mean, honestly, if I would have stayed in my hometown trying to be in the military and trying to get into criminal justice and stuff like that, yeah, I could have been a police officer back home, but did I want to do that? No, I did not. I wanted to branch out, see new faces, and be in different places. And even still with me being in Kentucky right now, like this is not going to be my forever home. This is not going to be somewhere I'm just going to settle down at. Like, no. So yeah, I think that's my take on moving out of hometowns as well.
Well, do you live in a small town? Are you bored? It might just be time for you to move out. So
relocate.
I have a different perspective because I really don't even say I have a hometown per se. I was a military child, so I moved around.
Right.
So I have I've lived in a different couple. I have lived in a couple of small towns. I would say my first time moving was in college. I moved to a bigger city, but I still was in a confined space because I was in school. So I didn't really navigate Louisville as a, I guess regular person because I was just on that campus because, child, you hear about everything. You be like, what's going on? So then when I went to school and I graduated, got my next degree, I went to a smaller town and it was literally like, it was such a culture shock because it was just like nothing there. And so then I moved again. That's when I moved to Atlanta. That was another culture shock. But I would say I was in the small town. I was living with my parents after I graduated. One, the reason why I moved is my degree is in higher education. When there's only one college and that they don't pay, you got to move, So it's like there's no career opportunities. I can't really navigate the city if there's only so many things I can do. Right. So it's like the access to jobs is different. I didn't really think too much about seeing the same people because like I said, I only lived in that area like a couple of years. So I don't even know half of the people, but that's another thing. Like I'm moving back, but I don't have friends there because they done went to another school. They done move out the state. Some people are there, some people are not there. So I don't really feel like I have a sense of community or something that's in one city. So it wasn't really hard for me to move out. I don't think I would have been stagnant. I don't think it's like, I'm so comfortable. Like it wasn't really like that because I didn't have a job there. I didn't go to school there for real, honestly. But I would say it was boring. Like there's nothing to do. And my parents live in the country, so it's like barely any internet or the internet don't really work. And that don't do well for me because, I'm a social media girly. Right. There's nothing to do on the weekends. There's nowhere to go. It's like the same restaurant. So I do think that I crave for a little bit of city because like that's just me. I like to be out. I like to go places and do different things like that. And that's not really where I was at. And then also living with your parents is like, you got to do what it's like, no, ma'am. So I think that leaving out your hometown, if that's kind of like, if you're like, in the country where there's nothing to do and you don't have any career opportunities or you don't have any options to kind of like try new things, go different places and see different things, I would say that you kind of don't get exposed to stuff. And that's like the downfall of like you not being exposed to different things. As when I went to Atlanta, I was exposed to so much that's like it's even kind of hard to live in Louisville because I've been exposed to so much stuff that it's kind of like now it's like taken back. So I would think about that too. Think about the exposure that you're going to get when you move out of your hometown and just think about how you can even you can reinvent yourself. Nobody knows you versus when you're in hometown. Your family know you, your friends know you and stuff like that if you have that. So that's kind of what I would think about. I hope I answered the question.
Oh yeah, I think
like
you
I went on a
answered it.
tangent.
Yeah, definitely. Like she said, I think whenever you're thinking about moving out of your hometown, if you want to, or especially if you live in a small town, think about those things like she just said. Getting out and making a way for yourself, creating your own lane. It's a way to reinvent yourself. And just overall, I mean, yeah, honestly, like if you're bored, it may be time for you to relocate. I mean, if you're thinking about moving away, you may be in a stagnant position. Not saying you are necessarily, but if you feel like you don't have any growth or any more opportunities, like you feel like you're at your peak, it may be time to go. And that's one of the things I wanted to move away from here now, is because I feel like I've been at my peak. Like I've been in so many different jobs. Like I've worked in the court system. I've been in the military, worked in a financial institution. Like I went to 2 different colleges here. Like baby, I've done what I've done here besides getting married and had a kid. So I'm like, baby, I'm ready to go. But yeah, do you have any regrets of leaving your hometown or like moving to Atlanta?
That's a great question that I dabble with. I feel like on one hand, I regret moving to Atlanta. I feel like I regret it sometimes, then I feel like I don't regret it sometimes. I don't regret leaving the city because it was COVID. Like I was getting no jobs or nothing. So I don't really regret moving out of my hometown. When I say I regret moving to Atlanta, like if I would have moved somewhere else, maybe I probably would have preferred to move somewhere else because I didn't even really want to move to Atlanta. I just moved there because I knew this lady and everything like that. I was going to move down there, and I was like, oh, okay, it could be cool living in Atlanta. You know, I'm in media podcasting,
Right.
but it's not really what I expected to do. So I don't really regret moving out of my hometown. Do I regret maybe moving to Atlanta? Maybe, but then I don't know where else I would have moved to, or even if I would have moved in general. And so, because I do have a big city that I really want to move to, that you know, we're gonna see if I move there. But I was nervous to move that far away from my family. But now that I'm older and I've already moved once away from my family, I feel like it's easier to move again. And so it's like I know that I'm not done moving. I know I'll probably have to move again.
Right.
So it's kind of like helped me to like, oh yeah, I can move again, you know. So I think one thing about living in Atlanta, talking about resource and networking opportunities, I would say like you have some more resources in bigger cities. There's a lot more networking opportunities.
Oh
there,
yeah, definitely.
But I don't know about how much resources you're going to get because everybody's, especially if you're moving to like New York, LA, Atlanta, everybody is moving to those cities to kind of be the next top this, top that, top that. So that's something that you have to think about. That's why I'm like, be strategic. So like if you are looking in finances, if you are looking into like tech, like look at North Carolina, like look at Charlotte, like make sure you research where you want to go. You could go to Chicago. Chicago has a lot of jobs, a lot of schools. If you don't want like as a, you know, like a big city, how we were talking about size, like Cincinnati, Nashville, I mean Philly, DC, like look to see where your industry is at. I wouldn't just say move to a city and then boom. No, like really research your city. Like we talked in a couple episodes, like Sheree wanted to move to Dallas, okay? And then you wanted to move to Dallas, you heard about Dallas, but then also go and visit the city.
Right.
And then when you
visit I don't want to move there no more.
Yeah, like she doesn't want to move there. So if you have that time, I've been to Atlanta a couple of times. I actually really wasn't pressed to move to Atlanta. I really wasn't. But it was now I'm hearing more about it. And then, so I didn't have to go visit Atlanta because I already seen it.
Right.
Is what I'm saying. But like, even I've been to Dallas, I've been to Houston. So it's like, go to these different places. I've been to Philly, I've been to LA. Like, I've been to a lot of cities, of course, but like, go to the city. I've been to Charlotte. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if I could live in Charlotte. So if you have a chance, and especially if you're living at home with your parents, save your money.
Yes.
Go and visit these cities that you think you want to go to, even if it's just for a weekend. Matter of fact, go look at apartments, see how much they cost.
Right.
And then you can navigate. Look to see how much it's going to cost to live there, to move there. You know, we have another episode to go all in the finances, but these are just some of the things that, you know, you want to be prepared to think about of like, will you be able to find a job there?
Right.
Are you going to have to be a freelancer? Are you going to be like a solopreneur? Or are you going to do DoorDash or like, what is it called? Uber Eats or whatever. Some places are better than others. So you have to really like think about pros and cons, you know. How are you going to get your clientele if you are a hairstylist? Like, you could do that really good in Atlanta, but if you go to another city, you might not get to do it as good, you know? And so within that, I know, like, if you reach your peak in corporate or something, you're going to want to move. But make sure that that industry is booming there, you know?
Yes.
So those are just some things that, you know, you want to think about when you do have these big dreams, these big goals, and you're like, I want to move tomorrow. You know? Take some time to plan.
Yes. Planning to fail, or failing to plan is planning to fail, as the old saying goes. So, I mean, yes, you can always take a leap of faith, but as she said, make sure you try to have your ducks in a row as much as you can. And let us know in the comments below if you have any cities that you just moved to that maybe are good for single Black women like us, that we could be booming in with podcasting or in tech and stuff like that. We do research time to time, but it's always good to hear from different people's perspectives as well. So yeah, if y'all have any city recommendations, leave those in the comments below and let us know.
Yeah, if you moved from a small city to a big city as well too. And if you are even in those big cities, you know, you can say like, if you like it, if you don't like it, so that we can kind of get your feedback and we'll read it and we can read it on the next episode, you know, to follow up with it.
Well, guys, we hope you all enjoyed this episode. Make sure that you all leave us a review on our Spotify and our Apple as well, because we are going to definitely be doing a giveaway in August for our Wellness Month if you live in the Louisville, Kentucky area with Derby City Sud House. So make sure you enter in that way so you can get a free service through the giveaway.
And also make sure that you get a Fly Girl candle. She ships everywhere, all 50 states. Okay, let's make that correct. And then you can also get a wine glass or a mug. And let us know how you enjoy the episode. Comment, like, share with your friends. To be entered into the giveaway, you got to comment and tag somebody on our Instagram, our Facebook, and then you got to leave us a review on Spotify, our Apple, and we are checking and we are looking. So hopefully you enjoy this episode. And we are here for all the girls with the big city dreams. And if you want to share your dream, or if you have achieved your dream, let us know in the comments, because we are here to be a supportive group to, you know, build community on trying to get the bag and, you know, trying to level up. So
and this goes for our 9-to-5 girlies or even our entrepreneur ones.
Yes.
We all trying to get to that money.
Okay, let's get to the bag. You get to the bag. What's that song? I get to the bag. Gucci. Somebody.
I don't know that song.
Oh, you know that song? I get the bag. You get the Mamalet. Amigos. Oh, okay. That's Amigos. That's Migos.
How if I heard it though?
Gucci. Yeah, it's like, I get the bag.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I do know that song.
Yeah, get the bag. I was like, what? Okay. Well, we're ending this episode. I thank y'all so much.
Yes,
we'll see y'all next Wednesday at 5 on YouTube.
Bye.
Peace.